Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is One Piece episodes 172 and 173. What happened last time?
Last time we had Luffy versus Wiper, and Wiper came to his senses. Luffy got eaten by a giant snake, and ENERU came to the boat, took out Usopp and Sanji, and then the two brothers of that other priest are there, and it's like, oh my god. But Zoro had a cool fight, and the battle the white hot battle continues.
The white hot battle rages on, and also we learned from ENERU that he wants the gold or the treasures of some sort. Why he would want that, being a sky person, calls into question whether he is a sky person or whether he is just a pirate, or whether he has a devil fruit, or
like
whether
Crocodile with his long game plan, or he creates this whole religion so he can get what he wants.
Yes, yeah, it's seeming very similar to Alabasta, but we'll see what other mysteries there are, or whether it's just as simple as random dude conquers the river just for some gold. Despite the fact that, there's something weird about it. We'll see. I hope there's something more, because there is something weird about it. I think there is something more. There must be. But the only way to find out is to watch. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out patreon.com/BOLDcast for 2 weeks ahead of uncut reactions, 1 week ahead of edited One Piece reactions. Same thing goes for Avatar on our main channel. Subscribe to our main channel if you want me to shave my head. And leave a like on this video, please. Thank you. Most of all, enjoy this reaction. Let's go.
I love how it's just like, bon voyage. It's like so happy, and it's like all these really sad moments, but you're just like, I love Chopper hanging on the mast. This isn't a new enemy. In the show, you either get killed while you're cool, or you live long enough to be stupid as fuck.
Why is that so true? It's like so ominous. These guys are so badass. Then we see them fight. They're complete fucking idiots.
Well, we saw one of them fight, and he was an absolute badass.
That's
and then
true.
He died.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you die early on, then you get to be cool. You get to live up to your height.
You're either a Mr. One or a Miss Double Finger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a prayer. Shandora. That's like we haven't heard them say Shandora very much, I don't think. 1,000 years ago. The blank century. What? It's like the Dark Ages?
Ooh. It's maybe when all the poneglyphs are from, too.
Oh no. Unspeakable history. Whoa.
So cool. Sure you are.
Oh, hello there. How do you do? Don't talk to me like that. Enough talk.
Run, Chopper. Well, he's not looking. Just run. Or... I mean, it gives a spooky look, but... Why is this guy like a JoJo character? Did you hear that? No. Must have been the rain.
Oh, the rain. Don't talk about the rain. The rain made sense. You're just too stupid to understand it. Hizzle. Skypunk. And now he's forgetting to say it out loud.
How is it? I feel like we should have gone to his ordeal. We should have gone to the swamp ordeal. Would have been out of there. He wouldn't have even seen us coming.
If only. How could we be so foolish?
Quicksand kind of deal, maybe. 50%. Fool. It has no effect on me. It flies into the sky. Neither does gravity. Just...
What if they just pick up? What if Chopper's just so amazed by him and he's just like, "Whoa, you're so cool." He's like, "Oh, thanks. That's just the kind of guy I am."
Although easily influenced Chopper is.
I love it too.
Like if he saw an ad on TikTok, he would buy it immediately.
Don't bring TikTok into the One Piece world. You're sullying it.
If he's on it, if he
He's making a swamp cloud burger.
The weight of a cloud and the properties of this has both the properties of both swamp and cloud.
No, I'm not. Is he gonna suffocate his own?
Because you really want to avoid that.
Perfect example for Chopper to learn from.
Yikes. Have a little shiver. Take his shoes.
He's helping him.
Oh.
He's saving him.
Maybe he'll be a good guy. Maybe he'll help us.
All right.
You can't even use your eyes properly.
Whoa, some crazy character development. But just get out of here.
Oh, Chopper.
What a great guy. Oh. That drill sound effect was crazy.
Yeah, run, Chopper.
Yes! Let's fight together! Oh shit! Runs away. Oh my god. Did he do it again? Oh no, I thought that Chopper... Okay, no, I was confused.
He was hiding?
Yeah, I thought his eyes rolled back again. You got a rumble ball? He's fast. He can also predict the movements. There we go.
Nice.
Jumping point.
Good jumping. I love the guard point. It's the best one.
So we can dodge properly? Oh no, right. Oh, Chopper, no!
Chopper! Oh.
Okay, he's... Oh, nice, nice, nice. He's able to switch to guard point in time.
No, just hide there and pretend that you're dead.
Dead point. Death point. Play dead. Robin can destroy this fucking guy.
Yeah, come on, Robin. Just stop him.
If only Wiper was here listening to this, I bet he would think very differently.
Robin, just... destroy this special thing. Just fight against him. Poke out his... Just like... Poke out his eyes or choke him or something. Wonder if he...
What's that smell? Is that my skin melting from the pH of this air? What if he finds the city of gold in that?
In the snake?
In the snake.
That'd be funny.
His feet.
Cut off his feet.
Hey. Walk point? Oh. You can do it, Chopper.
I believe in you, Chopper. Just take off his magic shoes, then he can't go anywhere.
Oh no. What's happening?
I don't like this music. I like it, but it's sad.
He's gonna become a more dependable man.
With fire. Just crush his leg, honestly. Did he damage his shoe while he was... Oh, yeah.
Off balance. Now pile drive his ass. He accepted he's a monster. He accepted it. That's such a huge character arc. Oh no! Grab his arm.
Oh yeah, get that.
Get the dial. Oh, he's not centered. What, he's doing it fucking... Whoa! He just turned into Goku randomly.
Ow!
It's so red.
It's like a cross, like his hat.
I thought cross as in like a punch, but I guess it's both. He's finally a pirate. He's a more dependable guy. Oh, but is he gonna let him just die?
He's also a doctor.
He's also a doctor.
No, thank goodness.
You got
that. Yes, Chopper. Oh. Is it different if he's alive? I mean, you thought you killed him anyway.
But as we learned with the divine dude, people can be turned around if they're just shown a little bit of kindness. If he saves him, maybe they'll be friends.
Imagine if he pulls him out, saves him, he's... Oh, no.
Oh, never mind. There's no bottom to this one.
Honestly, would have fit right in on the crew with that those, you know, senses of the world around you. What are you doing? Oh, did she like sense what ENERU's gonna do or something?
Oh, and I think she's just a breakdown.
Yes,
I think it's just like everybody's dying as well, so she wants to try and help probably. A shark.
Oh boy.
Whoa!
Oh! Oh no.
The hell's that? Was that trumpet?
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's them! Even with the little guy.
They got the rising sun flag on there?
I wanted to reveal whether or not it was them
who fixed the Mary. Boat. I don't know. Again, because they didn't see the Mary before it was like that. Oh, it's like the rising sun flag, but it's a bull. Oh, I guess he's like a bike. I don't know. Something like that.
Oh. Look at little guy. Just like a Pokemon.
Just that's it.
I want that creature. Yeah, they're under attack by these super annoying things. They're like giving me a headache with how annoying they are. Oh, Chopper. Wants to find the gold.
Crazy episode. Yeah, so Sedatsu wasn't as dumb as we thought. I feel like Sedatsu, I liked that fight a lot because it rode the line of goofy and formidable very well to me. Like it was when he was dumb in a way that was funny.
Yeah.
And like fit. And wasn't just like, oh, okay, all right.
It's like, at first it seems like, come on, like you can.
I thought it was funny even at first, like with his eyes behind his head. I thought that was actually genuinely funny.
Here's the thing. I thought that it was funny, but it made me worried for the fight, because I was like, I feel like it's the kind of thing that's like funny a few times.
But you didn't want another Merry Christmas
exactly
type battle. Yeah, I feel like they, for this dude, I feel like they perfectly rode the line of it being interesting on both levels, of being goofy and funny and silly and awesome, but also...
And he kills the other...
badass.
The goat man.
Yeah.
Just to like give him extra, because obviously he can't murder Chopper.
Yeah.
But he kills this guy, he gets saved, and then kills him again. Zero hesitation. And I love that with like the shoe and stuff, and little Chopper wanting to become a pirate. He feels like he finally did it.
And he said he's a monster, because you remember when you called him a monster and shot at him and chased him away, and then they were like, Luffy said like, oh, well, you're a monster, and then he's like, oh, I'm a monster too, because that's what it means to be a pirate, is you're a badass, basically. And yeah, I loved it. It was so good.
That was so good. Good little fight. I really liked it. I love the guard point. That's always my favorite.
Yeah. He turns a big puffball. Luffy's still in the stomach. Robin versus...
Robin, I don't know why she's not like fighting back instantly.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just because they want to like make it a bit more of a fight, but she's not even trying.
She's not trying. I think she's also just trying to preserve the place.
But I mean, she could preserve it if she just killed him, then he wouldn't be able to wreck it.
That's true. So Yama... I need to look this up. Hang on. So Yama means mountain. That's why all of his things are mountain based, like Punch Mountain or Axe Mountain or whatever. But there's also King Yama. Is it King Yama? In Dragon Ball, there's King Yama, the god of the dead. In mythology of India, god of the dead. Basically, they're like a judge of, where you go when you die, essentially. I guess in Buddhism. Ruler, but also as the judge of the underworld and passes judgment on all the dead. So Yama, meaning mountain, is kind of like a double thing. So he's like a servant of God. He's like a chief big god commander. I meant to mention that earlier, but since his attacks are all mountain themed, I thought there's like multiple things to kind of mention there. So that's kind of interesting. But he's such a shithead. It's exactly like how I said. It's like, oh, yes, oh, cute, you're quite cute. Look at you. Oh, hello. What, are you one of God's henchmen? Henchmen, don't speak to me like that. Fuck you. Stop talking. Ah! It's like he starts off just a normal person and then gets dumber and dumber as the seconds pass.
Hey there, cutie.
Yeah.
Are you one of his henchmen? Oh, don't call me that. I'm the supreme guy.
It was just funny how it progressed.
Quit with this talk.
How dare you? Ah!
So stupid.
And he's just like, I'm the Divine Commander. She's just like, all right, Divine Commander, what do you want? Don't stop talking.
Why are we wasting with this idle chit chat? And he just turns into the bald guy from Life is Strange.
Oh my god.
Just the yelling. I love this at the end with the
Isa and Conis and Sue.
I love Sue.
And Pagaya.
Sue. It's just so cute.
And I love how they instantly get along because of Sue. And she picks up Sue.
And Sue, yeah, I really like that. That was really cute.
And now we're looking ahead at the future. Epic. The episodes are really flying by, and really liking every episode's been hitting so far for the last few. The arc started off really it started off pretty good, really slow, weird with when it was around like Satori around there and kind of on either side of that. Now it's kind of like it's been picking up and it's been kind of rolling the last little while, so that's good. Anyway, leave a like and subscribe. Let's move on to the next one. 2 weeks later, we continue this video. Let's go. Was she always wearing the cloth
I don't know.
I don't think she was. I think it was just her butt.
Suit. Maybe they were like, let's put a.
I think they were like, maybe it was a bit too much just to show her straight up butt there.
So let's still show it, but with a see-through piece of fabric instead. Charred Sanji and Usopp. Oh, I forgot about these guys.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, and she was fighting this guy and just let him destroy that, even though she could have easily stopped him.
And Luffy swallowed in the snake. Boing, 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 boing.
Just snatch the other guy? Oh.
In 5 minutes, Namek will be destroyed.
That's really cool.
I wonder if he's gonna be successful and kill the main bad guy.
I'm sure. I still love that her hair's in pigtails.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
He's seen worse.
I thought they're just like completely mangled up and like burnt to a crisp.
Hey, Nami, instead of yelling at them, why don't you do something about it? You just hit her. You just hit him with a stick. You have lightning powers.
Oh, at least their abilities kind of line up with hers. Of like half of them are just gags.
That's true.
Ew.
Yeah.
Throw some like paint or something at one of them. Oh.
That's an interesting use of a fart.
Yeah. Oh. He's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Pop these fucking balloons.
Who got sent flying now?
Like a boomerang.
Mm.
Thank God.
Very nice. Finish him off, Nami. That's really cool, made from blue sea iron. You just gotta point it at him. See, Nami needs something like this, like she needs one of these permanently. Oh.
There's a lot of fire.
Mm-hmm. Mm. What the fog?
What the fog is going on here? Good catch, Pierre.
I love Pierre.
Look, she did something.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Not that she doesn't do anything. I was just saying. I'm just going back to what I said earlier.
Very nice. I'm so glad the fight with those guys didn't drag out really long.
That's why I said, like, hey, Nami, why don't you do so? Because I could tell, like, it was, or I was fearing that it was, they were gonna keep doing that, of just like, oh, why, stop doing that, and just like, over and over again, cutting back to kicking, her screaming at them, then she tries something, it fails, then they keep doing something. And it was gonna last like 2 or 3 episodes.
Ooh.
He's not listening, is he?
Where's Chopper when you need him?
I never said it, but I'm still confused why Chopper didn't stay here when there was a wounded guy there. I was wondering that the whole time. Oh no.
He was all ready to go. That's good.
Oh! Okay, Jesus.
Sanji just comes back alive instantly. The music just keeps going. Just the impact gauntlet up. Quick, before we're whispering because we don't want the enemy to spot us. Was blasting this crazy horn like
That's why we've
so
come
loud. I just want to see Nami rip around on this right now and like get someone with the impact dial.
Is she really gonna leave her friends here with the Mary alone? When the Mary was almost destroyed?
Well, maybe they can pull the Mary back out.
If he's not gonna fight back, just like... Oh. Okay. I was gonna say, like, I thought it was just gonna be bouncing off of his body, but it's going straight through.
It's like immortal.
There must be some kind of a mantle.
Attack that thing that's on his back.
Yeah, poke those little drums. Kaminari. I believe there's gonna be a... If he has a brother or something, or some kind of a counterpart that's like the wind god.
Yeah, but... Wow.
That's what fucking ISO had?
Yeah.
That's what she was holding.
Imagine she just uses that, just like cuts something in half.
Yeah, Nami's just like, ugh, this kid is fucking stupid with her impact dial.
He ate the lightning fruit. He ate the god fruit.
It must be a lightning fruit. Because he ain't got wings. This is what we theorized before.
Unless that thing that's like in place of his wings is like giving him some kind of ability. He like traded them in for something else.
It's just everything about him is a lot like a lightning version of like what Ace has, right?
Yeah.
Or Smoker. Well, at least he won't feel any pain. Rest in peace, Kamakiri. If only we knew more about you.
Oh.
Did it travel through the clouds?
Oh no. Maybe 1,000,000 volts was a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's extreme. Although this didn't happen when he, like, did that when he was watching everybody and like zapped near Conis and stuff.
Yeah, but that was like ground clouds, not water clouds.
That's true.
It killed 20 people.
I wonder if voices disappearing just means they're unconscious. Survival game. I love how he's just like,
Chopper.
this is kind of like a battle royale if you think about it. And it's like, yes, I'll dub it the survival game. That's what it is. Everybody's a part of survival game, and then everyone's just like, just living, just, all right.
We're fighting right now.
They have no idea what he's talking about. He keeps talking about this fucking game.
25 people left.
Well, you just zapped some of your own people as well.
Yeah.
Accompany you.
Oh my god.
Take it.
Sure.
What if it is? What if the snake fucking ate it? There's a lot of ruins in here.
Just throws it away.
You realize how much barbecue you could buy with that?
Nami would absolutely murder you when you get out of there. Did you? Oh, you were trapped inside like this weird serpent thing? Yeah, there was like tons of gold in there, but I didn't care about that. I was just hungry.
What a maroon. What an ignoramus. Now we're entering like the mid-2000s, you can tell, with the music. The peak like 03 to 07 style.
Very nice. I like this episode a lot, actually.
It was way better than I was expecting.
As soon as we saw those guys, because I kind of forgot about them, and as soon as we saw them, I was like, oh no, we're gonna have to fight these guys.
Go.
But I love it, because, and I noticed that they've kind of been doing that in this arc a little bit, like before when we were like, oh, it's getting kind of slow, then things really sped up. It's like you see these guys and you're like kind of anticipating boring, drawn out fight, but it was like short and snappy, and actually I really liked it because a lot of our complaints with Nami's previous fight was that it was really drawn out and with someone that was built up to be a lot more powerful than her.
Yeah.
But these guys, you see them, and then Nami kicks their ass, and it's fucking awesome because it's like, it makes sense and she can just take care of them and they're dumb.
Yeah.
And like, I love Nami and Gonfall kind of teaming up.
I like that
and
too.
how she like did the, whatever the...
Impact.
The
cyclone tempo.
Yeah. Was it say? I thought it was something else. Anyway, yeah.
With the boomerang?
Yeah, I guess it was. And then it came back and like hit him in the head, and I love that she has the impact dial right now.
It would be cool if she kept it. I would like if she kept it, and it would be like, and not a dial in like a glove or something. Like if she kept a gauntlet, like something to clash with the rest of her like beach girl sort of vibe, you know?
I think it would be really cool, or if they... I just think it would be so fucking cool if Nami came out of this with an impact dial and a waiver and could just like rip around. Like if something was going on, she could just like jet around and like take care of stuff herself.
I think it would be cool, but like the problem with Nami as a fighter in this group is not like... I feel like it would be like a cool aesthetic thing for her to have, but the problem and what happens with often with girl characters in shonen is or just with like not, you know, like not the Lancer or the main character archetype person like a Zoro or a Sanji or a Luffy, like those guys who are really badass, they get like the pick of the litter for the fights. And because there's it's like two layers deep. So there's the manga where there's the author and the editor, they kind of come up with things, and then like all the good big hype moments are generally saved for like those people, and because they're like the fighters, and then you get like tiers of it, and then down you get somebody like Nami, and Nami in her place in the story generally gets like, just not Nami specifically, but in like a writing process type thing, when you're assigning, like giving sort of opportunities for conflict and opportunities for badassery, Nami is sort of not at the top of the list for like, oh, we're gonna give her these hype moments. It's usually like, we're gonna make sure that the audience knows that she's capable by giving her a moment to fight. But because she's further down the list, she gets, like, the opportunities she gets are people like these shitheads, or like, or somebody like Miss Doublefinger, who was kind of toned down. But not only that, because people have said in the manga, like, it wasn't as drawn out. So then not only is she down the list in terms of the manga, but then when it's adapted again through the other layer of an anime production, you know, in terms of budgeting or scheduling time for characters or for fights or for different events and chapters per episode like we've been talking about, she'll also get the short end of the stick there. So she's doubly kind of fucked. And that's the real problem with you know, it's a pacing issue partly, but it's also just that it's more like a lot of times it feels like it's like there's moments outside of combat where she has a lot of value, and like when they're going through the town they were, and she's with Zoro and Luffy, and they're like having those moments together, that's really powerful. Or when there's a navigation thing going on, or they're going up the what was it called, the knock up stream, stuff like that, where she's making decisions and she's doing stuff.
Like
she has value outside of combat, but because this is like a shonen series where there's like fighting involved, you need to kind of throw her a bone, and it feels like that's what it is. It feels like a lot of times she's getting thrown a bone like this, where it's like, yeah, what she's doing is kind of cool, but it's also just sort of, it feels like it's just we need to give her an opportunity to like prove herself, or make sure that she's still up to par with everything. So yeah, it would be cool for her to have like more abilities at her disposal, but generally it's a sort of greater issue, issue's really strong. Again, it's just a consequence of like the way these series are gonna be planned out, especially when you have a cast with so many different characters who are way stronger than Nami and have more powerful abilities to defeat their enemies and stuff like that. So you could take for what you will.
When they were kicking back, them back and forth.
Yeah, and I had like I said in the episode, I had the question of like, why was Chopper leaving, going away when Gonfall was injured?
Chopper was having his whole thing of like he wants to be a pirate,
guy.
And he wants to like go after the treasure and stuff.
Yeah, it just would make sense for him to, as the doctor, to be sitting there nursing Gonfall's injuries.
I guess he already kind of patched him up and stuff, and you know he's not like a magic.
But then she said then he said to, I think, Sanji, like, or to them, like, oh, his medicine's here, or his medicine there, make sure you change his bandages, or what, or like giving them instructions, when he could have been the one to stay there and do that. But yeah, I guess because he stayed with the ship before, you know, he's getting an opportunity to go, but it's just when the doctor is supposed to be watching somebody who is injured, it seems like he should stay there, because his job is to be a doctor. He's also
going with the people that are going out and are more likely to, you know, sustain injury than the people that are trying to escape on the ship.
But there already was somebody injured on the ship.
Yeah.
So
I think it was just more of his character growth of him, you know,
100%.
Going out and doing stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what else was going on?
Isa's freaking out because people keep dying. ENERU killed.
Yeah, I feel really bad for her. And ENERU just like killed 20 people at once, or at least knocked them out.
See her thing. She has that crazy fucking wind sword that can cut one of these giant trees in half. And Nami has no idea.
She just destroys the Mary right now. She's just like,
yeah.
I love the waiver. Pretty cool. I can't wait to see Nami get on that montage of everyone just dying. And he also just like killed a bunch of his own guys too.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
He's just like, he just does not care.
Well, they were taken from Gonfall's sort of constituency, but
and yet he must have
a devil fruit.
Either a devil fruit or some kind of like skypiea devil fruit equivalent. It would be cool if he had a devil fruit if it like got knocked up and he found it or something, or he is from the Blue Sea like we talked about.
He has to be, because there's no reason why he would value gold. There's literally zero reason why. Like that's the big clincher. It's like,
why do you value
people up
this
there?
thing?
We're told like do not value gold at all. They value the earth because it actually has the ability to grow things and the ability to sustain life. Whereas gold is just, you know, we put value on that, and unless you are, I mean, he does use electricity, and that's a way that gold can be valuable technologically, is because it's a conductor, so it's used in like electronics and things like that. But I don't think the show's gonna go in that direction.
He's making mechs, lightning mechs.
Somebody pointed out, I had the idea of Fujin and Raijin in my head when I was talking about Susanoo, who's the god of the storm in Shintoism. There is Fujin and Raijin, who are like brother gods, who are the god of lightning and the god of wind. Fujin is wind and Raijin is lightning. I had that in my head, but I for some reason my mind was going more towards the whole greater mythology. But it would make sense. I don't know if Gonfall is going to be the Fujin equivalent to ENERU here, or if ENERU is going to have a straight up brother who's like a wind guy. Well, you know, I don't know, but it makes sense.
I just feel like when you see the spear go through his head and there's no blood and stuff, and then there's like electricity, it's like he must be made of electricity.
He gets sliced in half, and then
he turns into electricity.
Yeah,
or lightning, I guess. But
if it comes out he has a devil fruit, I called that like so early.
Yeah, he must. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, and like The only thing, like, I keep coming back as a supporting piece of evidence for him being from Earth and not being a sky person is the fact that he has no wings. But with the Shandorans, the fact that they have wings and were originally from there, like, it's kind of inconsistent whether Oda is paying real close attention to that, because by all logic, the people from Earth shouldn't have wings unless they interbreeded, which we don't know the whole history, so it's possible, but, like, the idea of them being, like, a different type of person. Or
like, you adapt to them over
a period of time, but then he would have them as well. But unless he's just a pirate. But then he does
also have this thing that is, like, seemingly going into his skin, like, in the place of where wings would be.
Yes, yeah.
So then you don't know whether
it's kind of a toss-up. Yeah. There's no real way to know. He has this gold staff.
Yeah, they make it very ambiguous with that specifically, because if he didn't have that, then you'd just be like, oh, he doesn't have wings. He's from the Blue Sea. But then it's like, did he have wings, and did he, like, take them out and, like, put the, like, you know what I mean? It's like, did he, what is this, and, like, why does he have it, you know? And if he does have a devil fruit power, did he just, like, is this just part of his drip that he, like, got the world's largest back piercing?
Oda is also really just kind of wishy-washy with those kind of physical details. Like, it'll just kind of be whatever he wants it to be, so theorizing based on stuff like that is just kind of, like, from what we've seen, has proven kind of, unless it's, like, far-reaching and a weird connection. But again, like, it's basically whether he wants to choose to make that connection. Like, there could be, like, a million physical connections between design elements and stuff like that, but they could mean absolutely nothing unless Oda wants to make them mean something. And that's kind of the strength of his writing and what keeps it guessing and what keeps it fun. But it also makes it difficult it just makes it difficult to theorize based on it, because it's just whatever he chooses. If you see a physical connection between two or a couple different designs, it could mean something, or it could just be a coincidence in his style of authorship, and, you know, and then something completely different is like, oh yeah, this smaller thing ends up being, like, connected to this or that. So it's hard to theorize based on it, and there's no real way to, you know, connect. Oh, these people have wings. He has this thing that's like wings. Other people don't have wings. Who, you know, but everybody here, whether they're originally sky person or from Earth and raised up, they have, you know, they have wings. It's, you know, I don't know. So basically what I'm saying is there's no real way to know, but it seems like as far as supporting evidence, like, it seems like there's the direct thing of him turning into lightning, and that makes you think of the devil fruit. But there's no, like, in other shows it would be like, oh, there's this thing and these smaller ideas that kind of create a theme through this to do that, and, you know, maybe we're probably just not thinking about it the right way. There's probably a bunch of other evidence that we're not thinking of. My one thing so far, just as an update, I don't know if I said this or if we've talked about this a lot. I think we mentioned it a little bit. I just wish, like, the Shandorans had, like, more, we knew them more. It feels like an Attack on Titan when season 4 starts, and, like, the whole start of season 4 is, like, getting to know all these people that we don't know, and then when the war starts, we, like, have stakes in both sides, and actually it starts way before that for reasons I won't get into because I don't want to spoil, but there's, like, characters and elements that are connected to all of that we, like, know, you know, based on a previous stuff, and it kind of colors our attachment to this other side and this other faction. And I feel it especially here, that I just feel like I wish I knew I liked Kamakiri more, because all we really saw of him was them, like, gathering up, going to fight. And
we did see, what's the little girl's name again?
Isa.
We did see him,
we saw one flashback,
like, kind of doting on Isa a little bit, like, he clearly, like, favored her, and they had you know, like, a bit more, like,
but comparing it to something like Alabasta, where we had Koza and Koza, and I feel like, also, we didn't really talk about this in the discussion, but I feel like Koza was very underutilized emotionally throughout, like, the end of Alabasta. But
we did also have Vivi, who, it's like, Vivi deeply cares about everyone. Yeah. And we deeply care about Vivi, so, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, cut you off.
Yeah, and I really just wish that, because, like, a lot of our attachment to them comes from just them immediately going out to fight. I just wish we could have spent more time with them, either, even if it was in flashbacks or exposition based stuff. It just feels like we really blew past, because I feel what I was gonna say was I feel it a lot more because they're really cool, and I love their culture and the aesthetic of them and their fighting style and everything, and I feel very attached to them, like, directly, but I'm not emotionally attached to their characters because they were just kind of sped run into, you know, we're supposed to feel bad for them or whatever. And I don't need them to be attached to the main characters, but it's also a hard thing because if they're not attached to the main characters, then you can only distract from the main conflict so much to, like, fill out their character, because, you know, if they're not attached to the main characters, they're not really, they don't have a reason to be shown in the story. So it's a really difficult thing. I guess I just wish that I was attached to them more and would care more about this fight. It feels like we kind of got into the whole war aspect a little bit too quickly, but I'm saying it now so that, not because I'm, like, made up my mind, but because I just want to say it now so that as we get through the rest of the arc, we can talk about it at the end. Like, I'm having these thoughts now. Once we get to the end, we'll
kind of change, or
what do we think about all this, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, I just want to mention that's kind of how I'm thinking of it, because I'm like, oh, Kamakiri, we don't even know if he's really dead, but his voice stopped and he's, like, all knocked out and shit. It seems like he should be dead, but you know, after Pell survived, pretty much anybody can live at this point. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I do agree with that. It's like the fights are really cool, and it's really intense and kind of horrific, the way that everyone's just getting kind of cut down.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I do care, and I'm like, shit, like, no, they're dying. I
care about their cause, and I don't want them to die.
But you're not, like, it's not the super emotional that you're like, I'm, like, very disappointed, but I'm not, like, sad and distraught. Yeah. And
it would also help, like, when, what's this dude? I forget his name. Wiper. When he fights Luffy for, like, no reason, and just because, just immediately pulls aggro to Luffy, even though Luffy's not fighting him, he's not destroying anything, he doesn't know why he's there, he knows he's going to have to save his strength to fight someone way bigger, but he's still wasting his energy fighting this dude who he doesn't even know if is an enemy. Like, he's a trespasser, but, like, he's not the main thing right now. So it would, if you were going to make an emotional argument for, like, Wiper is a mad dog, like this sort of, like, and it is. I think this is what this is kind of the characterization they're giving to Wiper and a lot of the Shandians, is they're like, he's this product of a distraught and, like, traumatized people who've had everything taken away from them, and he is emotionally and irrationally lashing out at everything in their path in revenge to get to what they're doing. So it's like an unfocused but powerful and passionate sort of force, and that's good, but I don't feel it because I didn't spend enough time with them. So if you want me to feel that emotional connection to their cause and the rage and the revenge and this white hot, like, force of nature that is emitting from them towards their enemy and blasting everything in between, then I need to feel that. And the way you feel that is not just by telling me or showing one flashback. You do it by, like, making me spend time with them outside of it, but through something. I don't know how it would be, and it would be difficult because they're so disconnected from the main character, but that's also a problem too, because if you want me to be connected to them but they're so disconnected from the main story, then they're disconnected from the main characters in the story. So then you have to try and fit them in or force them in, and then they can feel kind of flat, which they kind of do. And that's why, and I hate to say it as well. I really hate to say it because I do think they're so badass. Wiper's introduction, where he's, like, flying in and fighting Gonfall, is so fucking sick. His mask is sick. His tattoos are awesome. His design, the fighting style, everything about it. I want to love it so much. And there is so much story going on underneath the surface, clearly. I just want to be in it. I want to be, like, in their headspace, and when they're angry, I'm angry. Not like, oh, this is just, like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not like we're actually confused as to why he would fight Luffy. It's just like we can see the story doing its thing. I just want to be involved in that. That's the thing. So, and that's kind of been the disappointment for me with the whole thing so far. But I do also appreciate, like, this is going on kind of long, but, like, I really do appreciate a Koza-like figure being more active. Not that Koza was passive, but, like, Koza was, like, the face of, like, a million fucking people, and he represented just, like, a ticking time bomb, whereas these people feel like they're a group of people struggling, you know, like it's smaller scale roughly, you know, like it's only like 100 or so people at the like including everybody. And if it feels, I like the idea that it's like, it feels like the Straw Hats and Alabasta were coming into like a one-way or a two-way street. And here it feels like kind of a triangle where we are like, we're one faction, the Shandians, and then ENERU and his people, and we're all kind of mixing and matching and meshing. So I like that there's sort of a bigger, like it's more, it's more of a three-way, if you will, and less of like a linear sort of clash.
Yeah.
So it is different enough from Alabasta to be that way. It's just that I really want to be included in what they're feeling and everything like that. And I don't feel like I really am. And maybe that's just me. I wonder if other people like watching this were like, yeah, I love the Shandians, or like the fact that they are cool was enough to like make you empathize with them. And while I sympathize with them, but I don't empathize with them. That's really what I want.
I think as well, possibly, I mean, the thing is like, we don't know how much longer this is going on for. That's
true.
Partly why you're saying this now, because famously, like last time when we complained about something in the show, it immediately was
almost every time. That's the point of saying it.
That's because it's like, okay, you start thinking something and then you like maybe leave it, and then you're like, okay, I feel like I need to say something now, and then it like gets resolved, because a lot of times I think like the people that are not just One Piece, but like the people that are writing a story, like have a similar tolerance to their audience for things. So it's like, oh, I'm like writing this. Okay, well now, you know, maybe I'm going to take it in a different direction, or I'm going to switch it up, or I'm going to do something, you know? But I think as well, maybe like the little girl, I feel like there's, some potential there to like really get to know them through her. Or like if she, you know what I mean?
I just feel like if it happens now, it's happening a little bit too late.
A little bit too late.
It's a little bit too late. Like I would like to have everything set up before we're in it, rather than, you know, at the moment of climax we get a flashback and then I care about everything, because we've already because we've already spent so much time with everything with all the Shandians and stuff like that. Well, not a lot of time, but like we've gone from just Wiper to meeting everybody to discussing the battle to them all grouping up, trying to fight, getting beat back, and then coming back for one last hurrah desperately, even though they're knowing they're going to lose. Then I feel like Wiper is going to be in like a last clash, get a flashback of all the people, and maybe some more flashback to when he was a kid or something like that. And then it'll make us retroactively, the idea would be to make us retroactively care about everything that happened previously and really empathize with that. I would have liked to go into it actually like wanting the best for them all the time during the fight. And again, maybe that's a disconnect with me, and I'm just not as emotionally attached as many other people were. And it's not an issue with the amount of time they're spending on everybody. It's just that I wasn't hooked by the same thing that a lot of other people were hooked with. But I don't know. And that'll come out, I guess, in the comments if everybody is like, oh, I was good exactly with what we had. If we got any more, I would have been bored. So, like, you know, I was fine with Wiper just being a cigar-smoking, fucking tattooed, rocket launcher-carrying, angel, tribal angel, surfing fucking badass. Like, that was good enough for me. I was already in, you know? For me, I want a little bit more. Especially, if it was just his character, I'm okay with him just being, like, a stoic badass. But it's, like, a whole tribe of people, and they're all really cool. I can't help but feel like I need a little bit more. But anyway, let's move on. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.